Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. We're going to make a card today using the Rose collection from Anna Griffin on one or two other items. I will put everything that we use in the description box below the video on YouTube. Please click show more to see all the details. I'm also going to start putting everything on my blog as well. So I'll put a link there, and then you might get into the habit every Monday, Wednesday and Friday just to have a little look and see if there's anything new. So I'm starting off with my blank card, and it's a 7x5" card, and this is what it looks like on our cardometer. Now this week the most popular question is about my cardometer. I made this myself. I'm going to try and make something that you can download, and then you'll be able to check the sizes yourself, but I'm not promising, but I'll let you know when that's available. So that's how our card looks. It's an ivory card base, and I'm just going to make sure it's got a good sharp fold at the top to make sure it stands up nicely. As always, we're going to do the inside first. So what I thought was, we'll do that, and then it gives you good ideas for things to put inside your card without being too flashy, so it still folds up but it looks nice inside as well as the outside. So I've taken one of the papers from the Rose collection from Anna Griffin, and I've put double-sided tape on the back of it. I've cut it to size already, and I'm just going to place this as our first layer on the inside of the card. There we go, just finding the centre for it. The next thing I've done is I've taken a matching piece of ivory paper. This is the normal paper that I use. It's roughly about 100 GSM to 120. It's a good weight of paper, and it takes stamping really nicely, but it's not heavy enough to make into layers with 3D foam. So I've stamped a layer of the ivory paper with the word thanks, and I've just taken it around the edge, and in the middle there's enough space so that you can still write a message to whoever you're sending the card to, or you could stamp an extra sentiment if you prefer, but I think that just gives just something a little bit different to the centre rather than just writing your own message in there. So that's the centre of our card, and now we're going to go to the outside. Again, I've taken the same paper that we've just used for the inside, as you can see, and I've cut this to fit the outside of our card, and I've already put the double-sided tape on. Again, I shall put a link for the tape at the bottom, because I do get asked a lot which tape that I use. Anna's got a good range of adhesive, which I know is available from HSN. I'm not sure if it's available from the Craft Channel in the UK yet. So just popping our first layer on the front of our card, like that. The next thing I've done is I've taken one of Anna's ornate frames, I've run it through the die cutting machine, and then I've embossed it using the green mat. And I've cut it in a deep red card. Now I'm going to be honest, this cardstock was a basil cardstock, because I just wanted something a little bit heavier for the frame and a bit deeper than the actual colour from the kit. And it just goes to show you don't have to use everything that you get in the kit. You can always use what you've got in your own stash as well, because that's what crafting's all about. We're going to mix and match and use different things from different collections and probably different companies, but you'll find that you can use lots of bits and pieces to go with what you've already got. So I've die cut it in the red card, and I've already got 3D foam on the back of it, and I'm just going to position that on the front. The next thing I've done using the Paper Tricks 1 collection is I've made 2 strips in the folded paper in the box pleats, and I've used the most gorgeous Harlequin, the black and the white, and I think this is why I like the kits so much, because of the contrasts in the paper patterns. So I'm going to place one of the box pleats just below the centre, through the centre of the card, and then the second one I'm going to add just above the first one, through the centre of the card. Both I've put them on double-sided tape, just flat tape for this, just to hold them in position, because I still want to see some of the fold at one side, so I just put the tape on one side that's into the centre. So we'll just make that a little bit straighter at that side. There we go. The next thing, I've cut 2 strips, again from the Rose collection, 2 strips of paper. One is the text paper that I've just slightly inked at either side, and then 1 strip of the floral paper. Now, the black rose paper has got to be one of my favourite papers at the moment. It's just so beautiful. And this idea would be great if you just left with scraps, because you're not using a great deal. So I've cut the tiny strip, and I've already put double-sided tape on it, and I'm just going to position it through the centre of the text strip. Again, great for if you've just got scraps, because you're not using a great deal of one sheet of paper. And if you can't bring yourself to cut into it, at least you're just taking a strip off the top. So I'm going to pop that through the centre above the Harlequin box pleated paper that we've already put on, like so. I'm just making sure it's a little bit straighter. There we go. So that's the centre of our card. No, still not quite straight at that side, so we'll just pull up a little bit and position it a little bit better. There we go, that's better. So the next thing, again from the Rose collection, I've taken one of the sentiments, because you get 2 bags of embellishments and flowers and sentiments with the collection, and I've popped this on 3D foam, and I'm literally, there we go, my favourite word, I'm going to place that just in the centre over the top of the box pleating, so you can still see it either side of the sentiment. And there we go, straighten that up. So we've popped our sentiment on, and the last thing I've got is I've tied a bow in the black satin ribbon, and my ribbon is, for this, it's roughly 15mm wide, and it's a single-sided satin ribbon. And then I've made a rolled rose using one of the Marianne Creatable dies. I've just stuck it on top of the ribbon in the centre, just to give it that tiny little bit more interest. And then I'm going to position the bow just at the top of our sentiment on the front of the card. And that is our card finished. So it is quite a simple and quick card, and you've got the little bit of paper folding from the box pleats, and then the interest from the frame and the paper itself, and you're not using too much of a really fancy paper if you don't want to. You can always take it to the next level and add lots of florals, but I thought for this one we'll keep it quite calm without all the flowers on it, which are always beautiful, but you might have to send this to a gentleman or somebody who's not into so many florals. And I just think that is a really classy and cool thank you card for anybody. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I've got plenty more projects available on YouTube, so please have a look. Please feel free to comment, because I love hearing from you. I love hearing what you think and if you've enjoyed it, and if you've got any ideas or if you've got any questions, so please feel free to join in the conversation. And don't forget to click the button show more underneath if you want to see all the details for what I've used. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.